Okay, welcome the potential participants. I welcome you all to this podcast. Here, the idea is that PMO strategists provides the opportunity to the professionals, particularly the business managers, to learn what is really best way to manage the complexities in the present time, the way things are being challenged, and the way things are being faced by the uncertainties. This is the approach, and uh, the idea is that different professionals, particularly the CEOs and senior managers of the businesses who have been in this scenario and they have their practical experience, they share their viewpoints and their experiences for the benefits of the professionals and to get a second viewpoint. That's because it brings us widen the understanding and widen the approach for finding the best solution. So luckily today we have Dr. Tony who is with us, and I'm really grateful to him for finding time to spend and share with us his exposure, his wisdom, and his all the knowledge he has. He has been very actively involved in project management and he's practicing project management. The details I'm going to provide you a little more in details further on. Uh, Here, the approach is essentially to provide this information continue on the continuous basis so that the different viewpoints from the different professionals are gathered. Uh, Here, uh, uh, the approach will continue as I said, and here is my exposure because I'm managing PMO strategies setup, and this setup is essentially deals with the PMO establishing and maximizing its strength. So my exposure to business industry is very extensive. The particular thing I would like to bring to your attention is my four books, which is written on the theme of aura. Aura is AURA, and it is essentially a distinctive environment of a surrounding a person or a team who are poised for high performance. And in that perspective, these four volumes are written. So, for your interest, if you want to learn more about it, it is available on Amazon. Uh, uh, Dr. Tony is essentially is highly experienced and a strong professional in project management, working on different projects on different areas. The more details I will request him to share with you because I may not justify all the informations he has with him. But in general, he has got 35 years of leadership experience and he has very extensive exposure to the business industry, particularly training, consulting, writing, speaking, and I mean just name it, and he is there to support the challenges of the business, particularly in project management and PMO strategy. So with this, I will request Dr. Tony to please share his experience and his knowledge so that we can continue with the approach. Dr. Tony, please.
Thank you very much, Mohammed, for inviting me to these sessions. It's great to be here and sharing some of my knowledge. So a little bit about me, as you mentioned. So I have more than 4 decades of experience in different industry sectors. I mainly work in the financial sectors, in banking, and also in transactional financial transactions organization, but also in telecommunications and retail. So I have a good sense of what the market industries are from technology, because technology has been basically my life, because I started working in technology since I was 17 years old as a computer programmers in those times, so the mainframes and some kind of legacy type of computer languages. But I have some of the, I would say that the benefits or experience the evolutions of technologies and also the transition or different management approaches. So so one thing that I would like to say in answering the questions about the business and what the business are facing today, and project management office are parts of the business. I said that project management office, they should be business units, not cost center that they usually people see the PMOs as supporting units. But regardless the organization that you establish, I summarize those challenges and opportunities at the same time in six great topics. So the first one is about adapting to technological disruption. So nowadays, everything is about artificial intelligence. There's a lot of fears and about technology replacing humans in a lot of sectors, not only in project management, PMO, but in other professions. So the thing is that I have seen these trends in other past years, other decades. But the thing is that the organization, in order to move forward, so you need to embrace the technological advancement. So those technologies are there to create better organizations and to help us to free time to focus on what is most important for the businesses. So leveraging on the cutting edge technologies such as AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, data analytics, everything is about data today. So there's a lot of information, there's a lot of knowledge behind the data that we need to leverage on that. So in order to predict trends, to understand our customer behavior more, and to understand the validity of the decisions that we make in organization. The other topics that I would like to talk about is balancing globalization and localization. So we live in a small world because we are interconnected. So I'm here in Florida, Orlando, but I can be working with some organization in Turkey, Istanbul, in Dubai. So we are connected. So, but at the same time, we need to adapt to the local needs. So we can take, let's say, techniques or technology that is useful in one country and just implement it as is in another country. So we need to take care of the culture, and we need to balance the benefits of those technologies in the different place to be more localized to their particular markets. Another things that is a change also in the world that we are living today is the expectation. Managing a stakeholder expectation is key in any organization. I was recently talking about the concept of implementing a customer-centric PMO. So it's not a supporting organization that used to be just to take care of projects success, but also to serve customers, also to anticipate the needs. So managing those relationships is important in any kind of organization. Another thing is agility. So every organization say, oh, I want to go agile. I want to transition from predictive to adaptive. So that means embracing those agile frameworks is important for organization to react to the speed of the changes that are happening every day, every hour, every minute, every second. So we need to be flexible and adaptable to those situations. Another thing that is a concern for any kind of organization is the sustainability and ethical things, including artificial intelligence, that sometimes we can take for granted everything that you get out of the generative AI. So a hallucination is a fact. So you need to make sure that information that you are sharing or the information that you are using to make informed decisions So you need to filter and analyze the importance of that information that coming from there, and taking care of the planets. So we live in a world that sustainability is important for the organization, and we need to include that in everything that we do. I was one of the authors out of 30 authors that participated in writing a book, the Green PMO. So that was an initiative where these global leaders also contributed with a chapter to talk about sustainability from the different point of view. So it's important that we consider sustainability in everything that we do, in projects, in establishing PMO, in establishing organization, because we need to save the planet if we want to continue here. So that's our responsibility. That the same, that ethical practices is our responsibility as a professional that we are. And the last but not least is that we are moving into more automated world where technology is replacing certain, I won't say like everything, but technology is replacing certain activities that humans used to do. But now we talk about Industry 5.0. 5.0 is not just automation, robotics, and those kind of things. It's more the combination of both. So we are living in a world that my coworker is a robot. So that requires emotional intelligence, the understanding that automation and technologies is to complement what the human does. So the human centricity is important in everything that we do. We are the most important things because we work for humans, but we are also humans. And the products or services that we develop are for consumption for the human side. So we need to be concerned about the humanity. So that's how I would say that covering those 6 topics in everything that you do is important to manage the business complexities.
Just great. Doctor, essentially, you have brought the whole concept into a model thinking. And in that way only you can manage the things, because global picture brings you model thinking, and model thinking only you can approach to your specific area of management, because you are interconnected and you just cannot go along for some specific solutions finding in only one small area. You have to see what's going to impact these other areas. So in that only way, unless you have a model thinking, you just cannot make success. Just great. Doctor, thank you very much. Now
Yeah.
I would like your thinking and your suggestions and your approach for moving to the next level of performance. Particularly, you have mention of AI. I would say AI powered human factor. What would you say in that perspective?
Yeah, so one of the things, so I have also some line that I would like to discuss in order to move to the next level. So let's start. So there, I have 7 topics. So
Yeah.
the first one is to elevating the strategic alignment. That means that everything that we do need to be in alignment with what the organization want to do. So in the past, we used to focus more on the operational aspects, and we were creating silos. So we were just focus on this one. So my goal for this year is to, let's say, grow my business in X%. So maybe that goal was good for that particular department, but it was divorced from the overall organization. So elevating the strategic alignment is important. Having those conversations, that's an important thing in organization. The other consideration that I consider important is to foster, encourage in your organization a growth mindset. That everyone need to have that growth mindset, that the desire, the will to take the organization from point A to point B and moving forward. That's an important thing. That requires that you have a engagement and empower the workforce to do things that they feel this is my company. So I used to work for a big retailer in the country. So their culture is in every meeting that we have, they always repeat this. There was like a cheers every time we said, this is my, then I don't want to say the name of the organization, but we repeat that. So everyone feels that this is my organization. I care for this organization. And embracing that concept of growth mindset is important for every person, every team member in the organization. Another thing is about what you were asking about data and technologies. Embracing AI is important. So we don't gonna go back. So the only option that we have is to embrace it and to see opportunities when others see challenges. So AI is here to stay and gonna be better. So we need to discover those opportunities that are there that can leverage in the benefits of AI into automate to the max that you can do. And use that time to think about something else, to generate new products, to generate new services, to sell better your customer base, and to develop those relationships in your organization. So you always gonna have something to do, but you need to embrace technology. You can't reject technology. So as I mentioned about building an agile organization, we need to be faster. So we need to react. Things change every day. So building an agile organization is important. Embrace those agile principles and value. Collaboration and ownership is part of the developing an emotional intelligent organization that everybody feel that have a stake in the organization. If the organization fail, I fail. If I am successful, the organization is successful. So developing that concept of fostering collaboration and ownership is extremely important. And last but not least is focusing on value-driven leadership. That's an important thing. We talk about outcomes, we talk about value, but embracing that as a way of living is an important thing for us as a team member, as a leaders in the organization that we serve.
Very
So,
right.
yeah,
Yeah. Please go
that's
ahead.
a lot
Continue.
of things that is happening in our modern world, and that requires a lot of resilience also, because we have not everything gonna be perfect, but we need to try. We can hide at home, because I think that we learned a lot after COVID-19, that we survived a very difficult, we say, a scenario for the entire world. So we are resilient. So we need to continue with that resilience, and we need to take care of ourselves. Our mental health, our physical health is important for us also, that we need to take care of about that to be a good leader. That's something that I can say.
Ah, just great. Just great. You have just very rightly mentioned the leadership inputs, and there I would like to just highlight that developmental leadership, which is now being considered the most applicable one in the organizations, is the area that it's not only you who is going to be effective. It's the entire team, that how best you are able to encourage them to be effective in the team and to the business, and what value they can bring to the business and to the organizational advancements. So I totally agree with you that you have very rightly mentioned that. Well, with this, Doctor, thank you very much for your inputs, and all your inputs and all your wisdom is going to be shared by the professionals, by the business managers through different platforms and through different medias, and for their benefits, so that they can be benefited in advancement of their career, in advancement of their businesses. With this, thank you very much, Doctor. But finally, if there is anything which you feel is needs to be added, whatever you have said so far, just few words, please go ahead.
Yeah, so the only thing that I would say is, if anyone, so I am passionate about having discussions about all the topics that you have covered. I think the collaboration is important. If it's anyone want to connect with me, so you will find me in LinkedIn, Dr. Tony Prensa. So feel free to reach out to me, and we can continue the conversation on any of the particular topics that we have covered. So I'm passionate about learning and sharing. So reach out to me. So I'm here to learn from you. If I can contribute with something with you, also available for that.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tony, because this is the thing which I wanted to request you. And very rightly, you have mentioned yourself that you are available for any support and any questions comes up from the participants. If they want any clarity or further details, they must feel free to reach me and reach you. And we both will be available to them to make the clarity. And thank you very much once again.
Yeah,
Doctor, with this,
thank you very much to you.
yeah. Thank you very much. So now I think we have reached to our conclusion and we must close it now so that we don't leave too much longer time.
Thank you.